Hello everyone, it's Char's Revenge again. It's a happy Friday night, and me and the Mrs. Melsdown have decided to try something new. We kind of our stretch goals. We've been playing World of Warcraft now since kind of like the week after Burning Crusade came out. So it's been a long time. We both started as Alliance and kind of progressed and ended up moving to Horde, and I'm not upset at that move at all. I love the Horde. We're the Horde! But that has limited us a little bit and to different things, and we kind of have stretch goals as far as what we want to do in the game. One of the things we want to do is we want to unlock all the races, and that is a pain in the butt. But we're going to do it, and we're going to have fun doing it, and I'm going to stream pretty much the whole process. And I'll be taking the streams and posting them on YouTube in case anybody else wants to see the shenanigans that we get into. Yes, I can do a faction change for $25 or whatever it is that Blizzard's asking, but what fun is that? It's all about having fun and actually playing the game. So I went ahead and I deleted one of my characters over here, and Melsdown's already created a druid, I believe, a night elf druid. So I got a pocket healer if I want it. So I'm gonna make a character that I can later have a slut mog on. I know it's terrible, but that's really where I go with my characters. Except for Char's, as you can see, just looks like a demented priest. Since I want fast queues, and I'm going to mainly run dungeons until I get up to max level, we're going to I'm going to run another tank. I have Fail Tank here, and I've run him through, or her through, everything all the way up to Legion, and then I kind of let her be. But I know how to run Pally Tank pretty easy, and I get insta queues, and that's really what it comes down to. So, we're going to go through the whole setup of creating the character. We're then going to do my massive amount of configuration to start off with Elvui. And we're going to get some leveling going, and then I'll probably stop, eat some lunch, and then some dinner, and then come back and do some more. And hopefully, by the end of the night, we'll be running dungeons. So, let's get to it. Alrighty, so we're going to do, I always do female characters because I just don't want to look at a dude's butt for 5,000 hours, which is what's going to happen. Alright, so we're going to do that. Probably going to do Draenei. And we're going to go with Paladin. Yeah, because that'll work with the name I got chosen. Because I don't think you can, yeah. I'd do a Worgen if I could do a Paladin. But you can't do a Worgen Paladin. And I know I could start off at 55, but I'm kind of leveling with Melsdown here. We're going to be blowing through it all pretty quick. Alright, so I'm going to do a Draenei here. They're kind of hot in a weird, toony kind of way. Alright, so let's get some customization going here. Alrighty, what do we got? We've got square that face. Ooh, this is the color. Okay. Do I want a light colored Draenei or a dark colored Draenei? Or a very blue Draenei? I think... Ooh, that's a very white. That's like pasty white. I think I'm kind of going with number 4 here. Yep, I believe number 4 is the winner. Okay, and then, what is it? Yeah, there we go, here, skin color. Face. Alrighty. Ooh, that's like, hi, how you doing? I'm determined. Big lips. Nah. It's got like goofy eyebrows. Like, what am I doing? That's like evil. That's like I caught you with another woman eyebrows. And that's like come to bed eyebrows. think I'm going with this one. Alrighty. Hairstyle. I might be wearing helmets anyways. It's not like it's gonna really matter. But what do we got here? Okay, that looks like the standard human with horns. Kind of snazzy. That's like Punky Brewster. No. That's the mini Leias. No, that reminds me of Peggy Bundy from Married with Children. Kinda like that. Nope. Ooh. Can I talk to your manager? But in reverse. Oh. Nope. Eh. That's to talk to your manager. Is your manager available? I need to talk to your manager right now. Actually, a lot of haircuts for this. Ooh, looks like. Nope. Okay, so I think because obviously we can change this later on down the line. I think I'm going for the bangs. Is this the one? Maybe? I'm mistaken. Actually, no. I'm gonna go with the top tier manager haircut. Hair color. Is it just me, or do you kind of have to go with light color or purple with these? I'm just gonna stick with the blue hair.
I've done pink before.
Yeah. Alrighty, now nobody likes droopy horns. See, when I see horns like this, it makes me think that we're doing like she's gonna run like Naruto with her arms back. No. Oh no. That just looks like she has weird ears. See, that's the kind of horns you gotta go with. That's what we're going with. Alrighty. Now let's see if I deleted this character, so hopefully the name is here. Dr. Hooves the Paladin. Alrighty, let's get this show on the road. Now we're going to do a complete setup of everything, and then I should have, and I say should, have a full set of heirloom gear to get this rolling, because God forbid you actually had to earn all that experience. And I'm not going to make you watch the intro to the Draenei crashing and all that good stuff. You've seen it before. I'm sure there's a million videos out there if you want to watch it. Empowered by the holy light. Okay. So this is how Elvui comes up when you first launch a character. I was going to do an Elvui walkthrough earlier about what everything does, but I'm just going to kind of show how I set things up and how I like everything to run. And we'll go from there. Alright, so we're going to continue here. Save our set up chat. Let's see, classic is just the color scheme. Dark, what's class for Paladin? It's pink, isn't it? Yeah. I'll go with dark on this one. Okay, I'm gonna go with high resolution on the auras and everything. Then I'm gonna be running tank on this toon, so that's gonna set up all the lay out unit frames and all that stuff for that. Then aura bars and icons, and don't worry about the Discord. I already have it on mine. Okay, and we're gonna reload here, and we're gonna get a whole other set of fun things to have to mess with. Takes a good probably 5 minutes of screwing around with stuff until you get into actually playing your character. Unfortunately, I don't have any other characters on this server or Blade's Edge that are Alliance that have money. So it's going to be interesting to start with. Okay, so we're going to disable this, click hide. Okay, so there's stuff you're going to see all over the place. I got Tom right there. Oops. Alarm going off. I use details for my damage meter, so I got that over here. So we're gonna hit escape, go to Elvui here, and it looks very, very complicated. And complicated isn't the right word. The right word is deep. You can do so much with Elvui. You can change anything from color to background. You can rearrange everything on the map any way you like. You can make it as clean as you like or as cluttered as you like. You can make the icons as big as you want, small as you want. You can change the color. You name it, you can do it. I like to keep it pretty universal through all of my characters, so when I switch between one toon that's a healer, a toon that's a tank, or if I go to my main or DPS, I know where everything is and I don't have to look for it too much. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead here and we're going to toggle the anchors. This is where we can move everything. So first and foremost, we're going to move all the frames. I move all of my party frames. This is when you are in a raid or a party or a group. It's all together from there. Then I'm going to move this over here. And then my bags, I move over here. And then this right chat that you see here, I move this all the way to the left. And you'll see at the bottom of the chat, it has my frames per second. Actually, you can't see that. There you go. Frames per second, the time, and how much money, which is 0. So I'm going to put this over here. Right below this, because you can't see it because of the video that I have there, is the other chat. So there's 2 chats. There's one there. I'm just going to leave that there. And then this chat. One of the first things I do, though, is I'm going to hit lock here, close this out. I'm going to go into settings over on this. And now on this loot box, on this chat box, I don't like having 2 chats. I like to have 1 chat, even if I gotta make it bigger or whatever. So I'm gonna go to the settings, and then I'm gonna go through here, and anything that's clicked here, where is it? There we go. We're gonna click all of this. Because I don't mind. Honestly, I don't use my chat a whole lot. I look at the colors, and if I see the colors pop up, I'll take a look at it. Okay, I think that, oh no, there it is. This is what you gotta make sure you unclick. Alright, so once we unclick everything, essentially what we're doing is we're making sure it doesn't pop up. I've had this before where I left it over here and I didn't change it, and then all of a sudden all this text starts rolling up here where I have my details and I can't see anything. Alright, so I'm gonna hit OK on this one. Then I'm gonna go down to this bottom one, go to settings, and then here I'm gonna just and then everything that you want to see, will pop up in this chat. And you can mess with this as much as you want. That's about where I keep it. See, I didn't change something because there's already some popping up over here, so I missed something over here. So I'm gonna hit OK on this one and go back over here. This is by somebody else, so we're gonna go to settings. Oh. That is interesting. Doing it for both. That's not good. Boom, boom, log, general. Okay. I'm going to hit escape, go back into Elvui, go down here to chat, where it says panels. I would like to only see the left. Alright, now, hopefully after time this thing will disappear over here. Increase the font size a little bit. Alright, back into Elvui. Okay, so toggle anchors. We gotta move all this down, move that over. I like to have all my objectives on the left. So I bring this objective frame over here, and this is gonna be all your quests, and all that stuff is now going to appear over on this side. And then I take the vehicle seat frame, and I put it over here right next to it. So I have the GM ticket and the vehicle. So if I'm in a vehicle, it pops up right there. Okay, and then talking head frame. I move the talking head frame over here. Talking head frame is when you're doing an event like the new Warfronts, or when in Legion, when any of them would talk to you, any of the NPCs, and their head pops up and it has their text that comes across, that's where it pops up. So I keep that over there. It's easy to see. It's out of the way. Okay. Then might as well go in and do this now. So we're going to go into the action bars, and I'm going to enable all of the bars and the micro bar. Now the micro bar is the bar that has like your character portrait, and it has all that other fun stuff on it. So we're going to go ahead and hit enable, and it just popped up there in the upper left. We'll move that. Bar 1 is enabled, bar 2 is now enabled, bar 3 is enabled, bar 4, bar 5, and bar 6. The other thing we're going to do is I like to actually see my bags. I know you can just hit B and get to it very easy. But I have an older keyboard. I had an older keyboard that the B button didn't work too well, so I always got in a habit of actually doing it. So you go to bags, you go to bag bar. I like mine to be horizontal and not vertical. So do horizontal and hit enable, and it's gonna say that there's a reset that requires them to actually reset your UI real quick. So we're gonna let that run. And it doesn't take that long. As far as healing, I don't do healing on this toon, but in general, I don't use Voodoo. A lot of people use Voodoo and Healbot and stuff like that. I use Click, and I've been a good believer in that. And I kind of got that off of the Icy Veins walkthrough for Priest. So shout out to Icy Veins for that, and I've thoroughly enjoyed using it. Okay, so back to this. So what we're going to do now is go back into Elvui, I know this is a lot of process, but I could probably make it faster, but I'm not really worried about it too much right now. Let's move the microbar over here. Okay, so what we're going to do now is kind of start working on the bottom of this and making this the way I want it set up. As I said earlier, I use details, which is right here. I like to use 2 details. I like to see a lot of information when I'm playing. I want to see the top damage dealers, and I want to see the top heals, and I like to see them by fight. Seeing it overall, trash is not always a real teller of what you're doing. I like to see it against boss fights or individual fights. So with details, you just go over to this wheel, hit window control, and then we're going to create another window. It popped up over here. Alright, so we're going to bring this over here. We're going to move all these other things here. Alright, and then we're going to make sure it doesn't overlap, but I think we're good. Alright, and then what we're going to do is this one, I'm going to do healing, healing done. Alright, so we have damage done and we have healing done. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to go over here and set the left side up. So I got my experience bar, I've got my honor bar. These work just like your other, they're just going to fill vertically instead of horizontally across your screen. And I won't need this for a while, but Azurite bar. Class totems, I actually don't even know what the hell that does, but I put it over here and I've never had to use it. I'm going to move my unit frame up, I'm going to move this bar out of the way, and then I'm going to bring down my micro bar. And I put the micro bar right here, and I bring the bag bar, where did I shove the bag bar? That's the other thing, you got to see where you put stuff. Oh, there it is, bags. Huh? Oh, almost got you, there we go. So put that back. And then any one of these, if you see this little thing that's popping up, you can move things small. So you got this grid behind you so you can line everything up. But you can move it. Some things don't line up like that. See, it doesn't always perfect. There we go. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with that. Now we're going to set up a few other things here. So I like to have one set of bags. I'll move these little mini bag bars, the 3 and 5 over here. I put professions and mounts on 4, 5, 3, 4, and 5. The pet bar, unless you have pets up, it's not going to show up, so you don't even have to worry about it. Okay, and then player name, player cast bar. I keep that. A lot of people use mixed battle scrolling. It's a good program. I like having everything at the bottom. I like my screen in the middle to be somewhat clear. It doesn't look like it's clear. Obviously, I got all this crap up here, but it'll make sense here in a little bit. And then target frame. That's what I'm killing currently. I'm gonna put that right here. Then zone ability, especially in the newer zones, you're going to run into stuff where you have to click a button to do something. Same thing with a boss button. Pet frame, I'm not going to have a pet. So I'm actually going to get rid of the pet frame and pet cast bar. I'm going to hide it over here for now. And then target frame, I'm not worried about that. Maybe in higher raids and whatnot you can worry about it, but I don't need to worry about it right now. Okay, now I want this to be a little bit closer, so I'm going to highlight this, and then actually I need to go, I want that down. There we go. There we go. And then there's a bigger player cast bar, I thought. Alright, well, I'm going to put my player cast bar right there. Player frame right there. And then we got boss button. Zone, oops, come on, okay, there we go. Zone ability. I got my target there. My loss control. actually stick over here somewhere. Alright, and then some of this other stuff, voice overlay, that's if you're doing like the voice chat. I just stick that stuff over the corner. I don't use that very often. Stance bar. This class really doesn't have to deal with it. No, not this one. I'm a little type A about it, but the other thing is tooltip here. You know, where do you like to see your tooltips? I like to see it over on this side, so when I go over there, I'm just always naturally looking right when I play. So having that stuff over there is better for me. I'm going to get rid of these. Main assist frame. I'm going to get rid of the main tank frame. My bank mover, I'm going to put right here. My bag mover. That just means that when I go to the bank and I open the bank, that's where it's going to start. And when I open my bags, this is where the bag's going to start. And then when I loot something, where is the loot going to show up? So right here is where my loot will show up currently. I'll put this over right here. Now focus frame, I don't really use. I'm going to get rid of the focus frame and the focus cast bar. I'll use the target frame, that's what I'm clicking on. So I'm going to put the focus frame over here. I'm going to show you how to get rid of all these too, so they don't pop up again. So party frame. This is where my party stuff is all going to pop up. So I'm going to keep that up high over here. Raid frame is right here. And then what's this one? And then okay. I think I'm in a good place right now. Oh, get this out of the way. Move Tom over. Alright, I think I'm a little happy with it, so we're going to lock that. And then just take a quick peek. Everything looks pretty good all around. Alrighty. Okay, so we're going to go back and hit toggle anchors. And then I said I'd tell you how to get rid of some of these things. So we can go over here and where it says main assist frames, we're going to right click on it. And it's going to take you right to where you need to go. And then we're going to hit the disable. Boop, it disappears. Main tank, disappear. Focus frame, let's right click, there you go. Boom, disappear. Cast bar, that didn't disappear. Why didn't that disappear? Alright, so I might have to hide that one because that's not working right. When you click enable here, see, that should make that disappear just like the other ones, but it didn't. Might be a bug or something going on with the thing. Pet frame, same thing. Boom, disappear. Pet cast bar. Looks like they're having a problem with the cast bars. I helped Mel's down with hers earlier and it did the same thing. So I'm just gonna keep those right over there, and I'm not really gonna worry too much about them because if they come up, it's just a cast bar. Okay, so we're gonna close that. We're gonna lock and we're gonna close. And there we have. This is my kind of how I normally run. I'll probably tweak some of the things as we go. My character health is a little bit in the way. I like it a little farther left. There. I can live with that. Okay, so microbar, and then what is it? Collections. Here we go. And then heirlooms. Yes, I know where that is. Okay. Alrighty. So I haven't leveled these up very much, but they're still perfectly viable for a long time. So we have helmet. You got some plate shoulders. Then which back should I be using here? I got a stamina back. I got a strength. What is this? We're gonna go with that one. Breastplate of might. Yes, we're gonna go with that one. I could swear I bought this one earlier, but apparently I haven't. And some leg guards. Then and I know there are better ones they've come out to take over, but I'm not worried about it too much at this point. And then there we go. We got a sword. I got a shield. And I think you can only do one of these rings. So strength, stamina, crit, agility. We're gonna go with Captain Sanders returned. I got a neck piece. I think it's the same exact thing right there. And then trinkets here. I'm gonna go with haste. You can go with 2 of those. Alright, so that being said, alright. Hearthstone there, and then we got bam. Just like that, Doctor Who's is up and running. Alright. Now, we had some explanation going on, but it took, timer saying 32 minutes. Top to bottom, character creation. Go to the crash site. Ooh, the other thing I need to do, which I didn't do yet. Collections, mounts. Where are you? Chauffeur Mechaniers, chopper. Get to the chopper. You can use this at level 1. That's pretty cool. Little human dude driving me around. Anything to make this go faster. Okay, I need to change that real quick. Elvui, toggle language. You can see over here that my objectives. There we go. Just had to tweak it. You survived, Doctor Who's. Of course, I'm the doctor. Alright, you need to get some moth blood. And of course, the whole goal is just to get to 15. Because you get to 15 and then you move so fast from 15. Oh, jeez. You know, playing this game for as long as I have, like I said, I've already leveled up a paladin before. God, it sucks not having Avenger's Shield to be able to just throw your shield. But you see, I got right here, I got experience bar, all that. Once I get to the main town, I'll run out and see. I don't know what level you have to be to do Darkmoon Fair is going on right now, so you can go get the buff, and the buff will let you get a more experience, of course. So the whole key is just getting through it. But it'll be a good time. I know how to tank these early dungeons. Some of the later dungeons I haven't tanked. And on all my videos, you'll see that when I'm a healer, I always complain about how squishy paladin tanks are, you know? And I'm about to become one again. Oh, come on. There we are. Get over here. And they got this European accent too, I gotta get used to. Alrighty. I tend to keep my mouse pointer, I know I don't have it set on my broadcast software here for you to see my icon, but I always tend to keep it on the right of my screen, so that's why I keep stuff like my mounts and everything on the right, so it's just the little things that make things go faster for you. Alrighty. Be kind to those less fortunate. Alrighty. Let's bring those in. Use your gift of the narrow ability on one of the Draenei survivors. There's more quests outside. They're gonna ask me to kill some of the other bad dudes.
The Legion's end draws near. I'll miss the cup.
Eight volatile patients. The other thing that, man, is it me or is this like one of the worst starting areas? You're not hurt. You're looking at a graveyard. People out here chilling. There we go. Alrighty. Get over here. And I mean, this is going to be a heck of a draw thing doing this, because the whole goal is to unlock. We're going to start with the Void Elves, I think. So we're going to level all the way up, and then we're going to have to get Exalted, and then do the Void to unlock the Void Elves. But we want to unlock all the characters, you know, and that's part of the fun, and that's kind of why I've always loved WoW for that reason. Is I can just pick this up, just pick it up and play, and I don't really need, you know, I love raiding, and I have lots of great friends on the Horde side, and I have some friends that play Alliance too, but I really love the fact that at any time I can just go lose myself in here. Alrighty. Gift to the Naru. Weakling. I'm also profession-wise, I'm just setting this up for gold making. I'm gonna do probably herbalism and enchanting. There we go. Give me a judgment. Give me a judgment. There we go. Judge. I am the law. Alright, what do I gotta do? I gotta kill one more. One more of those bastards. There he is. There we go. I judge you. hopefully I'll make enough money on the way that I can buy all the upgrades so I can upgrade all my crap to keep leveling through 120. I'll get plenty of gear along the way running dungeons, but it's not the point.
Warm wishes to you.
Oh, I'm getting an empty Draenei supply pouch.
Your hardships.
Go get me more. Is it never enough? Never. Another quest? Am I missing something here? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's good. So I don't know if any of you have gone and done the Horde side quests to unlock the Magar orcs. I thought it was incredibly interesting. One of the best things I've done in this new expansion is they actually have their little alternate reality that you go into, and the Draenei are on Draenor and they're evil, and not just in the Horde versus Alliance evil. They're like evil. They're like Inquisition level evil, where they're pretty much telling the orcs you're either in the light and they pretty much brainwash them, or you die, and they wipe them out while you're there. It's really kind of cool. And essentially you take whatever survivors with you and everybody else is dead. Alrighty, I don't have to kill them. There we go. I have to inoculate some Alkin. So, inoculate a nearby Nuzzlewood Alkin. Okay, I guess that's not the target. I don't know if any of you do this either. I always found it interesting that you, maybe I gotta kill him a little bit. Do you save names? Like if you think a really cool name for a tune that you want to play later on, and you're like, you know what? Not a valid target. Alright. Obviously I'm doing something wrong here. There's a mage here. He might be doing something wrong. Not like I can't come back. Ah. There we are. Had to find the right Alkin. He stole my Owlkin. That's alright. We're gonna do this so we can get some spare parts in here.
Here's some spare parts.
Don't listen to what she said. Really? You're a bastard. He took my spare parts.
Fucker. I think you're where I am
Let's inoculate this dude. I clicked him, not you. And there's one of my spare parts. I like how it looks like she's falling into the like, oh my god! So I was watching a YouTube video about people who stream on Twitch today. And I, since I'm a relatively new Twitch streamer and all that other good stuff, the person said that if you're not getting more than 10, you shouldn't even try. You should just try to pay somebody to host you on their channel. I don't tend to believe in that, but. Yeah, we've done all the Horde side ones, and now we're going to try to do this. You know what? It's good to see both sides of the game, and I was actually talking to a couple of friends earlier, hey bud, about the game, and it's almost like there's two separate games because of the different factions. You know, there was a time where it seemed like they were going to try to merge, not merge the factions, but have it be so that it really didn't matter what side that you were on. And then at the end of Warlords going into Legion, they decided that they're going to beef it up again. And I think that it's having a good fight between them is a good thing for the game. The more that just anybody can do anything takes away from this, and I think that's a very strong part of what keeps WoW going. Alrighty, let's go turn these in and get another level. I think this is the most annoying part about starting a new character. It's your first 15 levels. I understand you're supposed to be learning how to play your character, but let's be honest, if you've played this game for more than a year, you should know how to play most things. Unless you're just playing a single toon, which some people do, I guess. I'm an alcoholic. I've played just about everything at one point or another at different toons. Okay, choose your reward. It really doesn't matter, because by the time I can use them, I'll be out of level. Pants I don't need. Pantalones. Alrighty. Alright. Now, it's kind of funny, I think, anyways, that, you know, with everything from Draenor, as far as the last couple expansions, everything was green. Green this, green that. And then all of a sudden you got all the Draenei stuff is all pink and purple. They're very, very color oriented when it comes to their classes. Alliance is all blue. I mean, not Alliance. Humans are all blue. Orcs are all red. Supposed to be killing these lashers, yes. Which is weird. Normally it pops up in the tooltip that tells you that you're supposed to kill it.
would like to point out that the night elves tend to be shades of purple and green, and the tauren tend to be shades of green and brown. Additionally, I think if you have more than one character that's over level, say 90, you should immediately get to jump to level 20.
Blizzard, take note.
Not a huge jump, but it gets all of the basic piddly stuff out of the way. I'm not asking for a huge, like, level 55 starter or anything, but it gets all the little piddly stuff that you already know how to do. Like, go here, go there, set your hearthstone, all of this crap that we already know how to do. It lets us just get into the meat of the game. Although I would like to point out that Melisande, my original character, started off light as a night elf druid, and therefore it's kind of nostalgic for me to come back and play a night elf druid again.
I thought I have a 110 night elf druid, and I have a hard time playing any of the druid classes, because I want the other part of leveling up is I'm not saying I'm lazy. I just don't like downtime, and playing a DPS class, there's just too much downtime for me, and I don't like waiting around. Yeah, you can quest, but I would just want to hit dungeon after dungeon after dungeon and rake it all in, and you can't do that unless you're a tank or a healer. So I guess any new character that I run now is going to be somewhere along those lines. And I tried to run a healer on a 110 and got into a normal Legion dungeon, and I was so terrible healing. I'm used to priest healing, and then jumping into that was a bad idea. And then I did...
For anybody who's never played a druid healer, it is very much anticipating who is going to be taking damage so that you can get hots on them before the damage happens. And so it's more proactive healing than reactive healing, which the other healing specs tend to be more reactive healing.
Yeah. And that's what she said. But in complete agreement, I was terrible at it. And then I was like, oh well, I'll just respec it out and I'll do a guardian. And I was able to do the guardian. I wasn't very good at it, of course. I only ran one, but it didn't feel right. And I was talking to my friends at work, and I was talking to Mel's down, and I'm like, let's just do this. It'll be fun. We can get on here. We can stream. We can maybe meet some new people. And get it going. I am fully happy if anybody wants. We got 2 slots here. Once we start getting up to 15, we got 3 slots open. We got any DPS out there? Log on in, give me your battle tag. You can join up. It's all about speed and efficiency. And yes, I will be doing speed runs. But through this beginning stuff, it's not going to be bad.
I'd like to point out I may not know much, but I know druid healing.
But essentially, Mel's down is leveling her toon, and I'm leveling this toon. I just hit level 5. She's a little bit ahead of me, but before you know it, we'll both be 15, and we can start doing dungeons together. Alright, so, yep, I go to the far side now.
It's funny how much I remember of these initial quests around Teldrassil and Darnassus and those areas. Even though I have not started a Night Elf in at least a decade.
But just touching on what I said a little bit ago, it's like a different game. We're doing the same things. We're playing the same classes. But it's almost like you're playing a whole different game because you're seeing another side of of Azeroth that you don't see before.
I'm kind of interested. I believe, and I could be wrong, I believe Mel was Alliance up to level 90-ish. So I'm kind of interested to see what, if anything, has changed between then and now. And I'm sure things have. And what stays the same, as well as what goes beyond those levels that I never saw because I've faction changed before then.
We faction changed at the beginning of Wrath.
So level 70, I guess?
Yeah. Because that's when we started raiding for the most part. We got into a raiding guild.
I'd like to point out, just right now while I'm thinking about it, for any potential or current healers out there, the number one rule of healing is that if you are dead, you are not healing. If you go into an LFR or a dungeon as a healer, you should be making sure you are alive, as well as whoever else you are supposed to be healing. Nothing pisses me off as a healer more than to go into an LFR or a dungeon and sit there healing the healers because they have completely forgotten themselves. They have forgotten the faces of their fathers, and they should be ashamed of themselves. And if you caught that reference, double points to your house of choice.
Some of these opening quests are annoying. If I remember correctly, like I just killed 10 blood elves. I gotta run down here and turn it in, and then he's gonna tell me that I have to kill their boss, which means I have to go all the way up and kill the boss. Luckily, I don't think they're not gonna change their aggro level. But back in the day when you had to do this, they were all red to you. So it means you had to fight back through all of them again.
Yeah, when I was starting my first couple of levels, I was reminded that initially, once you did the very first quest when you had to go in and kill the Grells and they were all red to you and would attack you as soon as you got near. They are currently all yellow, so they won't hit you until you hit them. Which was nice for collecting the bags that is the second quest that you take in the area, but also I was like, pussies. Back in my day, they all attacked you and you had to let them fall off. That does conclude Old Woman Mel's story.
Take the Blood Elf missive.
What I could really go for about now?
What's that?
A Boston cream pie, which, by the way, there's a sore dearth of in my general region, and I am disappointed. Publix used to carry a Boston cream pie. Excellent Boston cream pie as far as Boston cream pies go, if they're not, you know, from scratch and whatnot.
So if you know where to get a good Boston cream pie in the Space Coast area of Florida, inquiring minds
all
want to
that
know.
is holy. Please tell me.
Alright.
This has actually become a rather common problem, and that I want it and cannot have it, and then, of course, as it is with all cravings, nothing else really truly satisfies.
One wish is
Alrighty. Oh, do we have to go to the other area now? I believe so.
Did you get to move to the other island?
Yeah. Azure
You
Watch.
little island hopper.
Thank God for the chopper. The chauffeur's chopper.
Right? I was so excited when I remembered I had that. I was like, I don't have to run everywhere.
I kind of wish the Draenei were like they were in that alternate universe, so I can run around going, "The light will take you." It'd be so much more interesting, but then they wouldn't be Alliance.
I mean, they might be. However they want to portray themselves, Alliance has not always been sugar and spice
Alright,
and
Secret
everything nice.
We're chilling at Azure Watch. You will be able to choose what you need.
Can I choose Pikachu?
Uh,
What about Squirtle? I like Squirtle better anyway.
The Naru have not forgotten us. Favor the road.
Squirtle is the best of the initial 3 Pokemon. Changed my mind.
Alrighty, I have some fishing train now. And then I bought a fishing pole.
Oh, I still need to do that.
Give me a shiny bobber. Sell all this crap that I'm not gonna need. I'm up to 8 silver, people.
You big spender.
That's right.
I currently have a whopping 23 silver. Each heart out.
I have to be in the middle. There we go. I'll tell you what. We live in Florida. Red snappers the shit. I wonder if that means that Draenor is close to Florida. They get hurricanes too. Angry Murloc. My red snapper. Bitch. Scary Terry says mine.
Aren't by nature all Murlocs angry though?
Alright, well, yeah, there we go.
What level do we get to choose our spec again? Because right now it's basically like, you are all of the specs, and I'm like, no thank you.
I don't remember. 10, I think? Yeah, I think it's 10. Yeah, 10, it's like, you can specialize.
Right now it's just like, have everything, and I'm like, but I don't want everything. I just want my thing.
You have too many options as a druid. It's like, do I want to be a healer? Do I want to be balanced? Do I want to be electro owl?
I need to target something first.
Don't you mock my owl form.
I wasn't mocking. I'm just laying out
Sense
facts.
a derisive tone coming from you, sir.
You,
Not sure I appreciate it.
you reading your dictionary today?
No, I decided to have a little bit of whiskey because it's Friday. You know
A
how my
little bit
SAT
of
comes
whiskey
out.
equals nickel words come out.
Hey, some of those are dime words, motherfucker.
I was also listening to the same podcast or whatever on YouTube earlier from the guy who said that Twitch broadcasters who don't swear get 10 times more followers than ones that do.
Well, you're
Thank you,
fucked
Mel's
up.
down. Red snapper, very tasty. Oh, I bought. Oops, they gave me a
You're
fishing
swimming.
pole. I have.
Send me the spare.
Well, why, you earn your own spare. I'm selling mine. I ain't got the money to support you.
Sure you do. That's
No,
why
don't.
we're married.
We ain't married in game.
Acting like you don't know me.
Can't see me.
I can so see you on my second monitor right now.
Can't see me. Hear my
Magic Man Holmes?
Magic Man Holmes.
No, for real though. Being serious for like 30 seconds in my life that I can stand to be serious at a time. If you want me to be ladylike and delicate and use my customer service voice, I can do that for you.
For the one viewer that I'm averaging right now, I don't think it really matters. Ooh, questies. So many questies. That means experience, which means levels. Give me all the quests.
No, I just made myself busy.
Give me all the quests. Mining trainer, the missing fisherman, whatever. I'm not even reading the quests. Just give them to me and I'll follow them on my map.
I lost.
Does anybody really do first aid anymore?
I saw the first aid trainer and I laughed and kept going.
Can't even learn it right now.
There is a bandage trainer over wherever the heck it is I am.
Yeah, well, that's where I was at. And it's like, you need to be 40 before I can even talk to you.
Sorry, you're not a big enough boy to learn how to wrap people's wounds in linen. Okay?
There we go. Train me in herbalism. Yes.
Somebody has recently been here by judging by all of the
And
purple
train
going
me.
the opposite direction.
Oh, enchanting. Okay, and the reason I'm doing these is enchanting and herbalism is really just to fund this whole mission going forward. Prices are good on mats for both of them, so I can break down any items that I get, and I can sell or enchant what I need to, since enchanting is very expensive right now. The stuff you make is worth a lot. The mats you use are worth a lot. And then with herbalism, all plants right now, especially again in BFA, are astronomical. So it just makes good sense. And since I have all of the gear that I'm going to need, I'm not going to need to make my own stuff or anything. I can just push forward. You could go with leatherworking and mining and probably be almost as good, but I'm going to stick with this. Must be inside. Alrighty, and then so I don't have to go back. Make this in my home. Make this in my home. Yes, there we go.
So if you are just new to the game, just recently starting out, allow me to give you a tidbit of advice, and that is this. Whenever you get to your first inn, go and make it your home, so that when you are down at the bottom of a cave and you have completed a quest and you have to go back, you can hit your hearthstone, instead of running back through your twisty, turning maze of hell.
I'm gonna put my wall in here. I'm gonna move stuff down here. So professions, I don't need anything there, but disenchant, I'm gonna drop that there. Enchanting, drop that up there. Fishing, I'm gonna drop that here, and move that here. Alrighty. Yeah, I'll get to the Flame Master in a second. Oh, that's pretty cool. Hey, what am I supposed to do here? Still pine for a blind language primer red. There we go. Hooked on phonics works for me. Find the totem of Ku using the clues provided to you. I don't want to use clues. Why can't they just tell me where to go?
Each day is a blessing.
Level 7. Purchase a Hippocrate, the Exodar, yada yada yada, yada yada yada. And then, the Exodar. The big ship that you crashed and poisoned our world with all your energy. Like, the Exodar is just like a big crystal. Wasn't that a ship at one point?
It was powered by the light, okay? It doesn't have to make sense to you.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, god dang it.
I've hit level 10.
Now you can you change your,
I just got no, dude.
Ooh, I can go to the Dark Moon Fair.
Yes, as can I. Also, I have missed popularity tonight because nobody who wanted to talk to me earlier was speaking to me. Now suddenly, as you can hear, my phone keeps dinging. To be fair though, some of that dinging is travel plans from my vacation.
War wishes to do well. Find something else.
It's funny, it's like you're like I don't even keep gear at max level that sells for 8 silver, and that's all I got right now. I can't buy anything. Nothing. I can't get a new bag.
Right? It's frustrating because like I'm used to just like having all of the things, and right now I have none of the things.
Yeah, it's illuminating to some extent. You know, like I can't do anything.
Like I'm constantly joking about how poor Mel is, but I mean I have almost 2,000 gold, and I'm like, wow, that would be like huge fortune to me at level 10 right now.
Well, yeah, but you also don't farm gold. Like I started farming gold, and I'm going to continue doing it here.
You say you're a gold farmer.
I'm a lead farmer, motherfucker.
I ain't saying he's a gold farmer.
May you find what you seek. Seek the path.
Seek the path of light. What if I don't?
You can seek, lady.
What if I don't? 8 root trapper vines. Yeah, because this is what the next hero of the Alliance needs to be doing. gonna get some aggro. It's alright. Get over here. Oh! I just took your eggs.
Gosh.
If you're lucky, I will slaughter you and bathe you and your children and then fry you.
I'm hungry. Stop talking about food.
Ah, hammer of justice.
And unlike the fabled Leroy Jenkins, I do not have chicken.
Leroy Jenkins. I was reading something not too long ago that said that you can actually level almost as fast if you just pick herbs. Like, don't even do quests. Just run around and pick herbs.
The person playing with Pandaren that is the only completely neutral person in all of WoW has recently hit max level again via solely gathering herbs on the island that's on the back of the turtle.
That is amazing.
Grind.
I love WoW, I do, and I will play this game all day long. But wow, that is some dedication. That's next level stuff right there. Next level stuff.
Hey.
We're gonna be like Laverne and Shirley leveling pretty soon. Two chicks just trying to make it in the world.
We're gonna make it after all. By the way, my birthday is on Monday. If you would like to buy me a present, I will not say no. My one and only shameless whoring club.
Just because it's your birthday doesn't mean
It's major milestone birthday adjacent.
adjacent.
Adjacent. Next to. It's not a major milestone. It's close to.
There's something very, very soothing about throwing a hammer at a stag and killing it in one shot.
Right? My favorite is when something's following you, but you're ready to go turn in a quest, and it comes right up to your quest giver, turns around and runs the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Like, that's right, you better run.
One more stag. There's another gold thing. I spend a lot of my lunch breaks just watching YouTube videos of other people that are doing things better than me and trying to learn how they do it. And you're talking about learning how to make gold fast, and just people are talking about all they do is fish and cook, and they'll make tons of money just from doing that, because the mythic raids and everything, everybody needs the food and the feast, and you need fish for everything, which is true.
Including this time around, anything you want to do in alchemy.
So there are people just killing it in the market right now. Like a stack of the fish going for like 4K.
Like honestly, instead of faffing around and leveling, right now I should be on my main fishing so that I get enough oil to make flasks to make a cauldron for our next raid.
But this is Friday, and Fridays we do fun things, and this is...
That's right, Friday is for fun, that's why they both start with an F. It's also for other things, but
Yeah.
I'll leave y'all to fill in what that other F is.
Alrighty.
You said friendship, you're close.
The other thing I dislike a lot, and I'll say that in the weird way, is drop rates on early quests, especially when, like, I was leveling a toon not too long ago, and there was like
Collect 6 pelts.
collect 6 pelts, but there's 20 people in this little area trying to collect the 6 pelts, and they drop like 1 out of every 5. And it's like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, you were like, okay, well, I've killed 40 of these assholes, and I have 4 of them now.
And I had to fight other people for them.
For those 4. Make with the XP now, please, kid, thanks. Although it is still a joy to watch the mobs out here interact with, like, the critters. Like, there's just something about seeing a Night Stalker just, like, turn around and kill, like, a fawn.
Yeah.
That really, like, brings home, like, the effort that early WoW programmers put into this game. I'm knocking the more recent programmers and devs. It's just, you know, this is something that very obviously went into the game a very long time ago.
Well, you got to think this game ultimately. Now they've updated it, of course, but ultimately we're running on a game that's what, 15 years old, something like that. The engine.
At least, yeah. I want to say it's almost as old as young Mr. Down Jr. I remember when he was but a wee down, and he did in fact love my druid. I actually managed to sweet talk him into believing that he was helping me by fishing up points out of the Dalaran fountain for that achievement. Thanks, Tiny Down. He is egg in his own right at this point, but he still proudly carries on the down tradition. But true, down is also in his username. Alas, we went wrong somewhere, and he has no desire to play World of Warcraft. He's still a pretty good villain, though, when I get out and run and do something real quick. He can keep the raid alive until I can come back. I'm so proud of it.
Jeez, will these things spawn faster?
What I hate is when there's no mob in front of you, so you pull the next closest mob, and then the mob that should be in front of you respawns, and you're like, what the hell, dude?
I'm just gonna start killing anything until they show up.
I want to interrupt our lovely fun time here because how much I love this, but we have a dinner ETA going possibly the light of my life reason I get out of bed in the morning.
Possibly. Here, lasher, lasher, lasher. Ooh, malachite. That'll sell for 3 silver. Here, lasher, lasher, lasher. Oh, wow. I am sorry this is so boring, this one part, because, again, no lashers. And I need 3 more lashers.
I really hate it when they send you to kill. Oh, I'm sending you into an area, a whole bunch of mobs, different things, but I only want you to kill X number of Y mobs. Z won't do, I only want X and Y.
I'm gotta do something to keep them busy.
No, just let me kill like 7 in total, turn it in, and come back. You're gonna send me back here anyways to kill the ones that you don't want me to kill now. I feel like this should be another edition of Song to the game. That depends.
Ah, lasher. Root Trapper,
Also,
sorry.
I should totally get the skin of Mongol, just saying.
I think you should be able to skin Naga and... Come on. Naga, anything with fur you should be able to skin. Like when you kill an Alliance Worgen, you should be able to skin them.
Well, I was gonna say, even as a druid, right? I think in PvP situations, as a way to make sure that people have to res the graveyard and cannot run back, that you should be allowed to even skin hunters in or not hunters, but druids in PvP. You will often hear me advocate something like that. You will be able to skin like Worgen and druids and whatnot. Because I know that my Tauren would love to go, this
Bound in
dwarf leather.
You see the new in 8.1 the Zandalari boom chicken?
No.
It's one of the pterodactyls.
Oh my god, I love it.
They completely redid the model.
Is that going to be their flight form? If that's not their flight form, then I'm calling fucking shenanigans.
No, I don't know. I just saw it was a video of a guy running around in the PTR.
Like regular trolls or bats, I think that the Zandalari trolls for their flight form should get to be pterodactyl.
Golly. It's just this quest.
I'm gonna say it right now. Most quests before level, I'm gonna say 30.
I'm just dying to get to dungeons just so we can run randoms. Then it's fun.
I'm up to 11.
And you got me beat by a few here.
I think I have fewer pieces of air here, though, so you should catch up. Plus, I even stopped and took a shower so you could get caught up. Shout out to my fellow curly girls who know why I have this contraption on top of my head that I'm sure you saw me walk by the video earlier.
There we go. Root Trapper. With my hammer I smite thee, and you give me nothing. Nothing, I say. What is this chick just sitting out here chilling, kneeling down? There's a whole other area there. I am an idiot. Apparently there's a whole other area I can go to look for root trappers. I was assuming that this area on the bottom was a whole other quest. But nope. Where? Earth root. There we go. Earth Trapper. There we go.
I like those. You like these? Yeah. I thought you didn't like peppermint. I like these ones. That's the mint chocolate. I don't like mint by itself. Oh, you like mint chocolate though.
And I am going to gather all the herbs because I need gold.
Well, those all the mint chocolates. I'm gonna need payment for this one.
Need all the golds.
You get hungry, bud? Mm-hmm. Talk to our in-house chef back there then.
Alright. Taking the Hearthstone. I just killed you a whole bunch of moon grizzlies. Now, go kill me 8 more. So demanding.
The nice thing about playing an herbalist when you're fighting against plant-type creatures is that you can harvest them, and it will make them respawn faster so you can get things over with.
I have that mount.
What mount?
It's one of the blue drakes.
I'm missing two drakes. One is the Azure drake, I think.
What's that now?
Was it just me or was it AC
Uh,
just now?
Arcanon Corps. May your days be long.
Level 9.
Warm wishes to you.
Get there, I'm 11.
May the light embrace you. Remember the lessons of the past.
May I be of service? Draenei Paladin.
Alrighty, well, we're going to take a short break here. We'll be back in about an hour to finish this, and we'll probably run like that till probably 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning on Eastern Time. So, I hope you guys come back. Come watch us. If you want to go ahead and follow, and you'll see when I come on again. And if you're watching on... if you're on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe, and you'll see it as well. So, I hope to see you all again soon, and peace out.